Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. I'm excited to share this with you. It's called Only 1 Minute a Day Can Bring You Closer to God. Over the next 7 days, I'm challenging you to spend only 1 minute with God each day, to see how close He will allow you to come to Him, and what He will show you. In our society today, we tend to think that we need big elaborate experiences with God to have a meaningful faith. We may feel like we must set aside large chunks of time to pray or read the Bible in order to draw closer to Him. But what if I told you that sometimes the smallest moments can lead to the deepest spiritual encounters? Now, I was skeptical at first, because I thought a minute a day wouldn't be enough time to connect with God. But after pausing for a minute, I realized that I might be onto something. 1 minute can change your whole perspective, bring clarity, strength, and hope into your day. 1 minute can transform your mindset and help you overcome any obstacle. All you have to do is put aside 1 minute every day and commit yourself to it. No matter how busy your schedule is, I believe that we can all spare just 60 seconds out of our day to focus on our faith and draw closer to God. This practice can help us stay grounded in our beliefs and centered on our values. So here's the plan for this week. Each day spend 1 minute with God through prayer, meditation, or scripture reading. I know that we're all busy, but I want to encourage you to join me in this challenge, even if it is just for a few days. You never know what you might discover about yourself and your faith. Okay, let's get started. Day 1. Today, spend 1 minute with God, simply asking Him to guide you throughout the day. I asked Him to help me stay focused on Him and open to His voice. After my minute with God, I felt a sense of calm and clarity wash over me. It was amazing how just 60 seconds of focused prayer could have such an impact on my mindset for the rest of the day. Even when faced with challenges, I found myself turning to God for guidance and strength. I reminded myself of His presence and trusted in His plan for me. It's incredible how just 1 minute of intentional connection with God can set the tone for the entire day. As I continued this challenge, I was excited to see how each minute with God shaped my perspective and brought new insights to my faith. Day 2. I chose to meditate on a verse from the Bible for my minute with God. I focused on Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. As I repeated this verse in my mind, I visualized myself walking through a dark valley. Suddenly, I realized that no matter how difficult the circumstances I face, God is always by my side. He is my shepherd who guides and protects me. He is my healer who mends my broken heart and restores my soul. He is my comforter who soothes my fears and brings me peace. He is my redeemer who saves me from despair and gives me hope. Through this meditation, I was reminded of God's unwavering love and faithfulness in my life. I gained a renewed sense of trust and confidence in His guidance. It's amazing how just 1 minute of focused reflection can bring clarity and peace into one's life. As you continue this challenge, look forward to exploring other verses and the transformative powers they hold. Day 3. I decided to spend my minute with God by journaling. I wrote down a list of things I'm grateful for, including my health, my family and friends, and the beauty of nature. As I reflected on these blessings, I realized that God had showered me with countless gifts that I often take for granted. Gratitude filled my heart as I acknowledged His generosity and love. It was amazing how just 60 seconds of focusing on God's blessings could shift my perspective and bring joy into my day. Even when faced with challenges, I reminded myself of the abundance of blessings in my life. I've continued this practice, and I'm confident it will lead to a deeper sense of appreciation and contentment in my life. And yours too. Day 4. I took a different approach to my minute with God. Instead of praying or reading scripture, I simply sat in silence and waited for God to speak to me. At first, it was challenging to quiet my mind and block out external distractions. However, as I continued to sit in silence, I began to hear a still small voice that spoke to my heart. It was a gentle nudge reminding me to trust in His plan for me. I emerged from my minute with God feeling refreshed and centered. It was remarkable how just 1 minute of focused listening could bring clarity and direction into my thoughts. This experience showed me that sometimes less is more when it comes to connecting with God. As I move forward in this challenge, I'm open to trying new ways of spending my minute with God and embracing the unexpected moments of divine guidance that may arise. Day 5. I focused on loving God with all my heart during my minute with God. I recalled Matthew 20 to verse 37, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. I reflected on what it means to love God wholeheartedly and surrendered my desires to His will. It was amazing how just 60 seconds of intentional focus could bring a sense of peace and alignment with God's purpose. As I move forward in this challenge, I'm committed to prioritizing love in my relationship with God by setting aside a minute each day to focus on my love for Him. Day 6. I chose to surrender my worries to God during my minute with Him. I prayed, Father, I surrender all my worries and anxieties to you. Help me trust in your plan for my life and give me peace that surpasses understanding. As I released my worries, I felt the weight lift off my shoulders and a sense of calm wash over me. It was amazing how just 1 minute of intentional focus could bring clarity and peace into my thoughts. This experience showed me the importance of surrendering my burdens to God and trusting in His guidance. As I continue this challenge, I'm committed to prioritizing surrender in my relationship with God. By setting aside a minute each day to release my worries, I aim to deepen my connection with Him and live a life guided by His teachings. Day 7. I spent my minute with God focusing on forgiveness. I prayed, God, help me forgive those who have wronged me and release any bitterness I may be holding onto. As I released the anger and resentment I was carrying, I felt a sense of lightness and freedom fill me. It was amazing how just 1 minute of intentional focus could bring clarity and peace into my heart. This experience showed me the importance of forgiveness in my spiritual journey. By practicing forgiveness, I'm not only setting others free, but also freeing myself from the burden of negative emotions. As I continue this challenge, I'm committed to prioritizing forgiveness in my relationships. By setting aside a minute each day to forgive those who have wronged me, I aim to deepen my connection with God and create more harmonious relationships. As I completed this week-long challenge of spending just 1 minute with God each day, I am amazed by the profound impact it has had on my faith and my life. Despite the brevity of our time together, I have felt God's presence guiding, comforting, and empowering me through each minute. What started as a simple experiment has become a transformative experience that has deepened my connection with God and given me a renewed sense of purpose. Thank you for joining me on this journey and witnessing the power of a minute with God. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below sharing your experiences and insights. Remember, you don't need hours to connect with God. Just a minute of focused intentionality can bring profound change and meaning into your day. Keep putting aside a minute each day to nurture your relationship with God. I look forward to continuing to share my journey with you, and I hope that you find inspiration and encouragement in my videos. Until next time, may you experience the transformative power of a minute with God.